Welcome back to City Insider. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Manchester City Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Pep is concerned about the fitness of Man City players before the clash with Newcastle. Pep Guardiola fears that Manchester City are running the risk of trouble with the fitness of players ahead of the Carabao Cup clash at Newcastle United. City have been contending with persistent injury problems at the start of the campaign and are set to rest a number of stars at St James Park. Bernardo Silva, John Stones, and Kevin De Bruyne are injured, with Rodri suspended and both Mateo Kovacic and Jack Grealish making returns to the fold. Guardiola, who again insisted that City can only train for a matter of minutes a day because of the schedule, is worried about the near future. At the beginning of the season there are always 6 players who don't play regularly, and the Carabao Cup is perfect. Guardiola said, "That's when everyone is fit. But now it's an exceptional situation. We have a lot of players injured or with a lot of minutes. They have to rest. Wolves, Leipzig, and Arsenal are much more important. We'll travel there to win the game, but I have to consider a lot of effort in this period, and they're going to get injured again, otherwise we'll be in trouble." Kyle Walker and Ruben Dias will not start the third-round game, although Calvin Phillips is set to be given an opportunity to impress in Rodri's absence. The problem is the lack of rest, mentally especially, Guardiola added. "This is the problem. 2 or 3 weeks off between seasons, it's nothing. The problem is a lack of rest, year on year. The Champions League will be longer in future, and it is what it is. I complain a little bit here and then forget it. We are used to it. Previous seasons were the same. We have 2 more games because of the Club World Cup in December, but the rest is the same." Pep offers Calvin Phillips the chance to relaunch Man City career. Pep Guardiola believes Calvin Phillips can yet make an impact for Manchester City. The England international has struggled for game time since leaving Leeds for the Etihad Stadium last summer for £42 million, making only 2 Premier League starts last season. Guardiola has already confirmed the midfielder rejected the chance to go on loan during the summer transfer window, and Phillips has since seen competition for places increase. Mateo Kovacic and Matheus Nunes both arrived over the summer, but a suspension to key midfielder Rodri has opened the door for Phillips, who remains a key part of the England setup despite his lack of involvement at club level. City boss Guardiola has confirmed Phillips will start at the Etihad on Wednesday as the club get their Carabao Cup campaign underway with the visit of last year's finalists, Newcastle. "Yeah, of course, but not just this week," said Guardiola when asked if Rodri's absence offered Phillips the chance to step up. "For many times since he has arrived he has been really important. He knows everything in the game, like what happened against Nottingham Forest in the second half. You have to defend and make options that helps us boost the team, and was important. We try to help him and make this step, and of course the next games are important and we will see in every game what is best for the team." City rejected Felix before Barca transfer. After capping off his stint at Chelsea last season, Portuguese winger Joao Felix joined Barcelona on a loan move from Atletico Madrid on the summer transfer deadline day. Former Atletico Madrid and Portugal footballer Paulo Futre has claimed that Felix was initially offered to Premier League giants Manchester United and their City rivals Manchester City. However, neither of the Premier League clubs were interested in acquiring the services of Felix, according to Futre. "When Joao said he dreamed of playing for Barca, I began to live a nightmare that lasts to this day. I called him, Mendes, and told him that the statements that Joao had made were his doing, and he said no. We argued on the phone and he told me that he had spoken to Manchester United. I verified what he told me because I have friends and it was true. Later he had spoken with Manchester City. I also checked and they didn't want Joao either," Futre told Cadena Ser. The move to join Barcelona has so far proved to be quite fruitful for Felix. The 23-year-old has till now registered 3 goals and 2 assists, having made 4 appearances for the Catalan Giants. In his last Barcelona appearance, Felix came up with a vital assist as Xavi's men clinched a 3-2 win against Celta Vigo in La Liga. In his Champions League debut for Barcelona, Felix recorded a brace and an assist against Belgian side Royal Antwerp. What happened between Joao and Cholo, Diego Simeone, happens every day in football. It's something normal. What is not normal is that phenomenal coaches knew that Joao was a genius. He entered their game system, but nobody wanted him. Neither Arteta, nor Guardiola, nor Klopp, any club. My question is why? The only team that has wanted him has been Aston Villa. Joao said no when there was an agreement between Atleti and Aston Villa at the beginning of July, the 57-year-old added. Pep Guardiola could frustrate Real Madrid. A Spanish outlet Fiches Today writes about Real Madrid's interest in Girona winger Savinho. They bring Manchester City into the story. Their report explains that the Brazilian is one of the great revelations in La Liga this season, and that drew the Galacticos' attention lately. Savinho is loaned to Girona by Troyes, and supposed to return to the French club in the summer, and that's when Real Madrid would try to sign him. The problem is that, by belonging to a club from the City Group, Savinho actually dreams of playing for Manchester City. The report claims that with his good season at Girona, the winger is hopeful that he manages to attract the attention of Pep Guardiola, and that could frustrate Real Madrid plans to sign him. That story indeed makes sense, because in an interview with the Spanish media last week, Savinho talked about the wish he has to play for Manchester City. That's one of the reasons why he rejected a move to Arsenal last year. Yes, I knew that Troyes was the City Group, and I thought that by working I could one day reach Manchester City. Of course, I will have to do very well here in Girona, he said. Manchester City would obviously have it easier to get him from Troyes, so Guardiola's wish is all they need to get the transfer done. Man City really want to sign Balde in Joao Cancelo swap deal, as Xavi has utilized the decorated fullback in a similar manner to Pep Guardiola. He has been a revelation since his arrival. While Cancelo's reputation had tanked after his reported fallout with Guardiola, he seems like he is on a mission to remind the world that he remains one of the best in his position in world football. Now, it has been revealed that if Barcelona aim to sign Joao Cancelo in a permanent deal next season, Manchester City will only allow that to become a possibility if they can sign one of the real stars from the club. It has been claimed that the Spanish giants lack the financial muscle to be able to compete in the transfer market in 2024. Furthermore, it is believed that neither Pep Guardiola nor Txiki Begiristain are keen on the 29-year-old's return to the Etihad Stadium. Of course, convincing Barcelona to sell Balde in exchange to keep Joao Cancelo will be a task and a half for Manchester City. However, considering City aim to sign a marquee name from the club, it would be right to bring in players that could well and truly strengthen the side. Alejandro Balde is one of them, taking into account that the Sky Blues lack a natural left-back on their books. Being one of the most talented young players in the world, the prospect of Balde honing his craft under Guardiola's tutelage is a scary one. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.